Hey guys, Kay here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, thank you so very much for returning. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you would subscribe to my page. Just touch that subscribe button down below. Like my channel. Share it with your friends. I welcome all. This is free information for everybody. I would like to be of help to you in some kind of way, shape, or form with your wellness and mind, body, and spirit. That's what this channel is about. So comment, share with me, engage with me. I am so looking forward to speaking with you. So we're going to stay in the vein of emotion control, right? In the discussion, and first, as I piggyback on yesterday's video, expounding on there are many ways and perceptions that people have concerning emotion control and things like that that have to do with thinking and behaviors and stuff like that, and all of them probably in a cumulative type way altogether have some validity to them, right? Have some validity, and by and far, for the most part, reaches people to help in a beneficial manner, right? So emotion control, just to simply state, is having control of your emotions, just as it says in the words that you use. Emotion control, just having control of your emotions, having awareness of yourself, knowing those things that kind of set you off and make you go out of your character, so to speak, if that's a thing. But who you are is who you are. So taking you out of the calm and peaceful skin that you're in, and we all can be taken there. We all, at the drop of a dime, depending on what it is. Everybody has their own, their own thing, isms or topics that are very highly sensitive that can take you somewhere else, right? Can take you somewhere else. You can fly off the handle, saying things, maybe even doing things that are typically not in your everyday persona. So maybe that's what getting out of your character means. I would think that that's probably what that means, getting out of your character. So in some ways to help with bypassing that, right, and working with people and dealing with people and helping people understand why they do the things that they do in the work that I've done, leads you to believe and to understand that you must know yourself. And when you're faced with certain situations, certain circumstances, whether it's a sensitive nature, whether it's traumatic, whether you can help it or can't, and some things we can. So we want to talk about today, I'm going to talk about the things to do to avoid situations, because there are many cases that we can't. Yes, that is true. But there are many times that we can. Like, we don't have to partake in listening to things that invoke like an air of disruption, division, chaos, or all of those other D words that kind of separate things and kind of steer you into a different frame of mind and thinking concerning yourself, concerning someone else. We can steer away from the things that we see and the things that we hear that can cause a depressive mood, that can bring about like clouds of darkness. I mean, if you're singing about, shooting somebody up and cutting somebody, those things invoking you, and it might not be right at that minute. And this is from working with people, working with children, working with adults, finding out that these things are true. They and even within myself, not saying that I'm aside from any of those things, even in coming to an awareness of myself, I personally try to keep myself centered and focused by not partaking in a whole lot of things that bring me to a place of just like I said, just a place of depression, a place of sadness, all the time. I Because I've been there before. I've dealt with that before, and those are things that I don't want to deal with. I understand where they are, what they do, how it makes me think, how it makes me feel about me. And things also come into your eye gate and your ear gate and make you think things about other people, right? They can make you just trigger thoughts of somebody else. Well, what are they thinking? You see something on TV, some situation, whatever the case may be. It could be relational, and most things are, is you're relating either to your spouse or to your children, to your workplace or something like that, and they give off a vibe that you start thinking yourself. It's like, what did he mean when he said such and such? I wonder, was it that? What did she mean? Or why did they look at me that way? What was that all about? And you start second guessing things. That was my, oh man, it's so hard, so hard. It had me in a very tough place, and kept me bound and constricted to even loving as much as I could, or receiving the love that was right in front of my face, right? So thank the Lord for deliverance. Thank God for deliverance, because I'm here today and I'm so much better and have a better mindset. So that is some of the things that I want to share with you, and having personally gone through those things, having personally struggled with them, and it wasn't for nothing, because I'm here, and from a testimony from me and from other people like me, I'm sure I know that I'm not alone in that. But from receiving from me some insight, some input, some suggestions, some tips and tools that helped me and that I know have helped others, then beneficially, right, we're uplifting one another. So that is what this is all about. Look, you're not going through your situation just for you. You're not going through it just for you. That's one of the things that I came to learn, that it's not just for me. It's going to benefit everybody else, and it doesn't feel good and it's uncomfortable and all of those things, but at the end of the day and at the end of the unfolding of everything, situations and things like that. So that's just a step into my testimony and how I am able to, and God has instilled in me like purpose to use it. And you have the same thing. It's just getting to that place where you want to use it, where you want to go for. So, and that all wraps around in emotion control, behavior control, self-awareness, self-care, and all of those things. And I plan to, and I will go over all of that in videos after video, and I hope you stick it out with me, that you hang in there, that if you have questions, you do send them in to me in the comment box, or to Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. Share with me what you're thinking, what you may be going through, and now back to emotion control, which I didn't veer too far off from it, but emotion control, some things that you can do in addition to not listening to and viewing some things that just bring you down, right? Being around people. We love people. Right now, we're still in a situation where we're practicing safety, and we're not being around in the company of others as much as we perhaps used to. And this, if that is how you moved, that was your groove. That was my thing. Like my family, we got together all the time, but and we're trying to figure out and find ways to make this work, because it has to work, and we have to, we still have to get along and interact and things like that. But in the set of emotion control, there could be people that set things off within you, in your emotions, make you feel bad, degrade you, talk about you, and perhaps they feel like it isn't stressful to you. Perhaps they feel like it does you some good in some way. I don't know, because some people want to keep it real to the point of destroying others. Sometimes that does exist. In those events, we have to be strong enough and willing to sidebar those people. Sidebar those people, whether they're family, whether they're close friends of the family, whether they're friends, in taking care of ourselves, in dealing with our own emotion control. We have to face some hard facts and some hard truths sometimes, and sometimes it's right there with us. Now, in instances where we've forged and aligned ourselves with others, say in marriage or and our children, we don't want to separate and make lines and things like that with those people. We want to hang in there and work it out. We want to work it out. We want to go to counseling. We want to pray and do all the things that you do when you try to work something out. But in those other cases, after you talked about it and made it known about your uneasiness or whatever is taking place, truthfully, you're letting your feelings be known, and that you're being hurt, that your emotions are not, I'm not feeling how you're treating me. After you've had those discussions, or that discussion, and it still continues, yeah, we have to sidebar those people. Don't stay in toxic type of relationships, toxic people, toxic movies and music and things like that that kind of take away from who we are, who you are, because you are so much more than what you've been through. And some people want to throw that back in your face. That triggers things in us emotionally. So, in taking back control and remaining in control or obtaining control of our emotions, these are some things that we can do. We can not partake in visually seeing some things that bring us to a place of sadness or melancholy or trigger us in any way, shape, or form toward a negative countenance or stance toward a person that wasn't there before. But when I saw this or I heard that, and somebody was saying these things to me, now I've built up something within, and this is the outward expression of my emotion. Now I want to call you, I want to cuss you out, I want to, demand things of you, and all of these type of things. So that is strongly, closely tied to us having control of our emotions, eliminating things, coming to a some hard truths. They may be easy and some may be hard, but coming to some hard truths, coming to some truths point blank, and just alienating, sidebarring some things. So that was just what I wanted to share on today. Some things that we can do, some suggestions and tools to gain control and to have control. I hope that those tips helped you on today. This video, I was try to make my videos within a 10-minute time frame, and I have gone over. So if you have any comments, share them. My email is trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. I hope to see you again. Check out my page. Look at all these videos. Comment, please. And do join us in the morning, 7 a.m. for Surrender to Love. For Cat Surrender to Love presents Jesus Always Devotional. It's a devotional that I did not write, but I'm compelled to share it with you. It's a daily devotional, and it is awesome. I pray that you have a wonderful and awesome day. I'm out. See you tomorrow morning.